Right, greetings everybody. Robin here from Courage is Secure. It is the 15th of August 2025. Today on Rise, we're going to be talking about Miss Jacinta Allan. Full of ideas, this lady is. I'll see you shortly.
Strength of a woman world on her shoulders. Fight through the noise when the world gets colder. 832, got the grit, got the fire. Watch her rise, watch her come higher.
All right, good morning everybody. Like I said, welcome to episode 47 of Rise. Robin here from Courage is Secure. Let me know about my audio. I saw my settings had changed again. Make sure I'm not in a tin shed. Jacinta Allan. Oh, Jacinta. She's the Premier of Victoria here in Australia. Hello, Gary. How are you? That's who we're going to be talking about this morning. Full of ideas, she is. Full of ideas. Very exciting. Hello to everybody on YouTube. We're streaming to YouTube again today. Amazing. Must remind myself about community guidelines and standards, not censorship. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. But hello, everybody. Thank you, Gary, for confirming that. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Good morning. Oh, your sister's not interested in walking or the dog? Anyway, party poopers. So Miss Jacinta Allan, I tell you what, she's been busy this week. A busy lady, Miss Jacinta. Jacinta, I have to say, not Jacinda. That's Miss Dame. Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand. Can't mix those two up. Jacinta. We've got the TA. Jacinta. Yes, full of good ideas. Full of good ideas, isn't she? And as I said, she's been very busy this week. So I thought, we'll go over. Oh, the dog's not interested. It's unusual for a dog. Is he unwell? No. I thought we'd cover some of the things that Jacinta has been up to this week. As I said, very, very busy lady. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Thank you to everyone on Buy Me a Coffee as well for your support over there. Without people's support on Buy Me a Coffee, which is at the bottom if anybody wants to become a member, there's different types of memberships and you get different bonuses depending on which one you join. Wouldn't be possible because I am 100% crowdfunded for a very important reason, so that I stay completely independent, and sure is important to me to remain independent. So thank you to everybody over on Buy Me a Coffee. Alrighty, so let's get on with it, shall we? Good morning, Joanne. It was lovely to see you yesterday, Miss Pickleball. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to see you yesterday. Where are we going to start with Jacinta? Do we need a ear bleeding, potentially eye twitching warning this morning? I did come up with a sound bite. I don't have the audio suite as I mentioned before, but I did manage to get this one together. So we might hear this during the show. This one.
Right?
There we go. Is that good? Is that a good one?
Bullshit, right?
Okay. So we're all ready to go with that soundbite there. It's just, shall we do it again?
It's just bullshit, right?
Thanks, Jacinta.
It's just bullshit, right?
We can't stop her once she gets going, can we? So we've got that ready for us this morning as we move through Jacinta's activities this week. Hello, Helen. Yes, thank you. You've got a nice profile picture there with a beautiful butterfly. Alrighty, so where are we going to start? Oh, what's top of mind, hey? What's top of mind? What's everybody been talking about? I think it's got to be the machete amnesty bins. That's amazing, isn't it? Amnesty bins. And there's a bit of a furor about the cost of these bins, $325,000 per bin, reportedly. Let's just have a look, shall we? Let's enjoy this.
When the ban on machetes takes place, we are rolling out through Victoria Police at 24/7 police stations the safe disposal bins. These will be at locations right across the state. They'll be locations where people can come and lawfully dispose of any machete that they may already have at one of these bins safely and securely. And we've done this because we want to get these knives off the streets, because these knives destroy lives.
Oh, that was clever. Did you see what she did there? These knives destroy lives. That was clever, wasn't it? Oh, these knives destroy lives. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Right?
See, I can't get the timing. Can I get the time?
It's just bullshit, right?
Now, Jacinta, I like your efforts. I do like your efforts to get machetes off the street. Because, as she just said, these knives destroy lives. But she has come under some fire. There's a bit of a furor about the cost. And yes, good point, Stefan. Never elected. Neither was Miss Julian Marn-Grant from memory, but who cares? Doesn't matter these days. Neither was Roger in Western Australia, completely unelected, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Has been a bit of furor. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Love you. Say hi to Michael. Give him a big hug for me. A bit of furor because reportedly $325,000 per bin. You know what? I've got a hot tip, Jacinta. A hot tip for your machete bins. You should have made them from recycled machetes. You know, the ones that you've been collecting from all the criminals, the rampant criminals out there that, I don't know, have you actually been arresting anybody and actually managing to put them behind bars for their terrible crimes and finding, confiscating their machetes? I don't know, but maybe you should have made the bins from recycled machetes, and then you wouldn't have upset so many people with spending $325,000 per bin for these machete amnesty bins.
It's just bullshit, right?
Bullshit. It is bullshit. It is bullshit. Criminals don't ever give up their weapons. Be that, isn't it? Yes, I was at a rally yesterday with the about the legislation for gun owners in Western Australia. You can bet your bottom dollar that the criminals aren't handing in their weapons. You can bet your bottom dollar that the criminals aren't handing in prized, much loved heirlooms passed down from their families. Yeah, it's kind of funny that, isn't it? Criminals don't ever give up their weapons. Why would they? Why would they? Hello, Christo Ring. I don't think I've seen you here before. Lovely to have you here on Rumble. Hello to everybody there on Rumble. Yes, load of rubbish. Absolutely, absolutely it is. So there we go, everybody. Machete amnesty bins, reportedly $325,000. Hot tip, should have made them from recycled machetes. That's your hot tip for the day, Jacinta. You're welcome. Alrighty, what are we going to move on to next? As I said, she's been busy this week. She's been very, very busy. Let me just sort my hair out because it's annoying me. Oh, now this one's good, isn't it? Working from home. Working from home sounds like a nice idea, doesn't it? She wants to make it legislation that it's people are protected to work 2 days from home in Victoria. Sounds good, doesn't it? I kind of smell a rat. I don't know. Let's remember that people were locked down and there's all this kerfuffle about people being able to work. I don't know. Anyway, I smell a rat. But anyway, let's just get to the good part because Jacinda's full of good ideas, remember? So working from home, let's have a little bit of a look at the video that Jacinta has put up about working from home. Now, this is from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. No, 2 days ago, excuse me. As I said, busy week for Jacinta. Talking about working from home and public consultation. Now, our political leaders, they do like to say, and even our councillors, local government, like to say that they consult with the public because it is important, because didn't we elect them? Don't they work for us? So here she is talking about the consultation, public consultation for the working from home. And I hope you enjoy the music that's put with this short form video. I didn't do it, her staffers did. It's wonderful.
Hi, yesterday we opened up consultation to hear from Victorians about protecting your right to work from home. And I wanted to jump on here and let you know that in just the first 24 hours of this survey being available to Victorians, we've had more than 6,000 people give us their view about working from home. So thank you. But to everyone else out there, you've got until the 28th of September to share your views about working from home. We want to hear from everyone. Workers, families, unions, and also employers and businesses as well. The data tells us that working from home works. Workers are more productive. The data also tells us it saves workers and families precious time back in their day and more money in their household budget. That's why we want to protect your right to work from home for at least 2 days a week, and we want to hear your views as well. So jump online, fill out the survey. We look forward to hearing from you.
Did you like that music, everybody? Did you like that music?
Right.
See, I can't get it right. See. Anyway, amazing, absolutely amazing. The music. Gosh,
Hi,
it's good.
yesterday we opened up consultation.
Oh, amazing. So 6,000 people have already 6,000 people have already submitted their thoughts in regards to this working from home business. And she says, we want to hear from everyone. And the data shows us we want to hear from everybody. That's fantastic, isn't it? Joanne had a good point there. Working from home leading to 15-minute cities, perhaps? I think that might just be your conspiracy hat and your conspiracy suit being far too tight on this Friday morning, Joanne. That's what I think that is. Um, she wants to hear from everyone. 6,000 people so far. Public consultation is just so important. We need to consult with people about these things because remember, they work for us. Well, I wonder if Jacinta would be interested in consulting the public about this issue.
Kids are 15 times more likely to kill themselves. So whether it's across our schooling system or across our health system, supporting those kids and supporting those families should be a priority because it's the right thing to do. What's not right is this ongoing campaign to tear down programs that are about strengthening kids' resilience. It's about preventing bullying. It's about protecting kids against future harm. That's what needs to stop.
So everybody, this is very, very interesting, isn't it? So we've just had her talking about working from home. Public consultation is very important. We've got the under 16-year-old ban coming in, protecting children from harm. Might be a good thing. They wouldn't be seeing all the alphabet soup social contagion, which is negatively impacting our young children and youth. But wait, don't worry. The government is going to what? In Victoria, start teaching 5-year-olds about gender identity. And as I said, I wonder if Jacinta and anyone in any of her departments consulted with the general public, parents in particular, as to whether or not they think that teaching 5-year-olds about gender identity is a good idea. I don't think so. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. And if I'm mistaken, I'd like to see the actual data, as Jacinta was talking about in regards to working from home, all the wonderful benefits, the data that they have about that. I'd like to see the data they've collated when consulting parents or caregivers as to whether or not 5-year-olds should be taught about gender identity. Thanks, Kelly. Yes. Yes, I think it is a good call. Yes. And this has been floating around. I don't think she was having a good day that day. But anyway, um, this has been floating around on X, and I'm just going to remove the comment and the banner so that we can have a quick look at this paperwork. Now, this is apparently the statewide training 2025 Foundation Day agenda, the Safe Schools program for Victoria. They got the name badges there in the background. That's nice, isn't it? With the LGBTQA plus flag with all of the colours, including Ukraine. Not sure what the circle is including, but who knows? We can see from the watermark. Yes, I have taken this from Rukshan's X page, and I've seen it floating around on other pages. This is the statewide training program for teaching all children, right? So from 5, that's pre-primary, about gender identity, right? So they've got a whole day scheduled for PD, public professional development, excuse me. Registrations and coffee, well, that's important. What's next at 9 o'clock? Acknowledgement of country. Of course, you've got to have acknowledgement of country. What is Safe Schools? Okay, let's tell everybody about the program. Opening remarks, sex and gender introduction. So they've got to teach the teachers about gender and sex, intersex human rights and experiences. Okay. 1020 gender and sexuality. Alrighty, so then they're going to have a recess, morning tea. When they come back from that, they've got support services near you, presented by Transgender Victoria, the leading body for trans and gender diverse advocacy, training and resource development in Australia. Amazing. Well, that's good. They've got some professionals to come in and educate the educators on how to teach your children as young as 5 about gender identity. I'm glad they've got professionals coming in. Another great idea from Jacinta. And then following that, 11:30, responding to discriminatory language and behaviour. So this will, I assume, it says identifying and addressing discriminatory language. Identifying and addressing. So that's basically, yes, Rachel, she does need to speak to Buck Angel. Very good suggestion. We're full of this is an ideas show, isn't it? This is an idea show. An idea show, not only from Jacinta, but also me with the recycled machete bins and audience participation. Jacinta needs to talk to Buck Angel. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love this. And so 11:30, responding to discriminatory language and behaviour. Now, what that means, I think what that means is how they're going to tell your children off when they don't use people's pronouns, when they pose questions about people being male and female. Why do kids do that? Probably because they grow up in households with males and females, probably because they come from families who are surrounded by males and females. So you can imagine that a lot of kids are going to be asking questions. And so now they're going to be educating the teachers on how to respond to discriminatory language and behaviour. That is Newspeak, 1984, and how to punish your child for not complying with ideology. In my humble opinion, my conspiracy allegedly. And then we've got at 12 o'clock responding to disclosures, supporting students. So that's when some students come over to you and say, "Oh, I feel like I was born in the wrong body." Why are they going to be saying that? Because of this social contagion, because they've seen it where? Online. Oh, no, don't worry about it. Social media is going to be banned for kids. Where have they heard it? From their very teacher's mouth. That's where they're going to hear it from. 12:30, gender affirmation. Now, this is very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. This has already been implemented into our mental health space with psychologists and doctors, medical professionals who must affirm children who come forward like this, and they must affirm gender. So, overview of gender affirmation, DE, LGBT, IQA plus student support policy and student support plans for gender affirmation. Gender support plans. They have plans for behaviour, for learning outcomes when students have certain learning difficulties or disabilities. They have plans for those children. And now, what do we have, everybody? What do we have? Student support plans for gender affirmation. People should be really, really concerned about this. Really, really concerned about this. Gender affirming plans for children in schools. Did we hear? Did we read that? Good morning, Michael. Love you too. Be free, everybody. Be free. Head on over to cafelockdout.com and get yourself some wonderful stuff. Gender affirming plans, everybody. Again, I'll say it again. Did Miss Jacinta call on the public for their opinions? Did she consult the Victorian public at large and not just get some advice from who was the first professional they had in there? Transgender Victoria, TGV, the leading body for trans and gender diverse advocacy, training and resource development in Victoria. Hey, not just TGV, but the actual caregivers and parents of children attending schools who are now going to go through this Safe Schools program and be given gender affirming plans and punishing your children who use discriminatory language. Did she consult the Victorian public? We haven't finished for the day yet. We haven't finished for the day yet. Then they're going to have a spot of lunch after they learn about punishing your children for using the wrong language and working out how to make a gender affirming student support plan. Going to have a spot of lunch. And then they're going to come back in responding to the community, strategies for responding to community, parents, and other students. They're going to be having a bit of a chat about how to deal with parents like me. I don't live in Victoria, but you get my point, right? They're going to be having a chat about what do we do with those parents, those bigoted parents who won't let us teach their 5-year-old about unspeakables that no 5-year-old should even be thinking about, let alone being taught about at school. So after lunch, they're going to have a conversation about how to deal with the parents who have a problem with the Safe Schools program. Following that, they're going to talk about legislation. Well, the law is important, and I guess this is where they might talk about Jacinta might come up in that conversation. Hey, relevant Victorian and Commonwealth laws, child safe standards, and DE policy, legal responsibilities of schools and staff. So I wonder if that includes things like if parents are, if educators are required to tell parents that teachers are using other pronouns in the classroom and affirming their child at school. I wonder if that's going to be part of that conversation. It'd be very interesting. And then we've got after that from 2:20, 10-minute conversation about small changes to make a big difference, strategies to promote LGBTIQA plus and inclusion. Only get 10 minutes for that. How we can promote it. I think the indoctrination and the programming is part of the promotion. So they'll just leave the direct programming conversation, what kind of events we could have for school, celebrating the safe schools programming and gender affirming care at school. They'll just leave that to a 10-minute conversation because the whole thing is just promoting this ideology, isn't it? So we'll just leave 10 minutes for that. And then, excuse me, to end the day, they're going to talk about learning, consolidation, and close. Learning scenarios, call to action postcards, and Foundation Day summary. Do they mean call to action postcards in relation to teaching children about gender identity? Or I wonder if it's about Foundation Day. Isn't it not inclusive to call it Foundation Day anymore? Anyway, that's beside the point. So there we go, everybody. It looks good, doesn't it? It looks good. And I still have the question. Did Jacinta consult with parents or caregivers as to whether or not they're in agreement? Or, just their opinion, general opinion, consulting with the public, her constituents, as to what they think about this. I wonder. I sure am glad that she's consulting the public about working from home for 2 days. That's fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic.
Right? It's
Sorry?
just bullshit, right?
Thanks, Jacinta. Yes. Yes, we know. We do know. We do know. Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely astounding. Yes, people of power. We did mention it might be an ear bleeding or eye twitching episode again. Yes. Unbelievable. Parents should be very concerned about this, especially when not only are children going to be taught the ideology, the educators are going to be taught when they should punish students for not using the right language, so on and so forth, and these gender affirming care plans for students are very, very frightening. And then, of course, how to deal with parents who possibly have a problem with this, but there wouldn't be many of them. And actually, the really sad fact is most parents won't even know that this is happening because everyone's busy working. Both parents are out of the house. They got this to do, that to do, this to do, that to do. And most parents won't even know this is happening. They won't even know it's happening until it's too late, until the social contagion affects their very child. And they end up in a position like the mother I spoke to on Relentless 2 weeks ago, Miss Tess Hackett. If you haven't seen that interview, go along to Rumble and watch that, where it directly affects your family. Astounding. Absolutely astounding. Yes, no, I have not seen any consultation period for parents or anybody else. They might get the token parents, how who was it? Mr. Albanese and one of these censorship hags going out speaking to the parents about, the harm that was caused to their children. So, they use these parents as regalia and testimonials to back up their efforts to get everybody to use digital ID in order to access social media. Hello, Terry. Don't forget, Jacinta is not an elected premier and will be scraping the bottom for votes. Yeah, well, certainly scraping the bottom of something. Anyway, so we're not finished. We're not done yet. As I said, it's been a very busy week for Jacinta. So Jacinta has just announced yesterday that this is from Jacinta's ex page. Hello, Chi Chi. That's what I was thinking, Chi Chi, and said Page. Jacinta's ex page new. We've just passed laws to crack down on criminals posting and boasting about their crimes online. God, they got away with words, don't we? I mean, we started off the show with these knives destroy lives, and now what have we got? Posting and boasting about their crimes online. I mean, honestly, it's just ridiculous. So what is this posting and boasting? You know, it's just like it's just like the under 16-year-old social media ban about protecting children from harm online. That sounds great, doesn't it? Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. And this posting and boasting about their crimes online. Well, shall we have a look at a news report? Now, this was from the 6th of August when they were not first talking about it, but talking about it being discussed in Parliament, so on and so forth. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this.
Been able to use phones in the back of police vans within the courts or other places that can promote what's happening in their crime. It's emphasising the fact as a reward.
As Victoria struggles through a youth crime crisis, a new trend has emerged among offenders to brag about their exploits online even after they've been caught. Legislative changes will soon be debated in Parliament, but law and order advocates say the post and boast craze demands a different approach.
Young offenders posting and boasting about their criminal activity online. Some so brazen they've snapped a picture of themselves in the back of a divvy van or shared a
Doesn't that really say more about the police? I mean, when you get in the back of a police van, they'll take your belt off you, so that you can't cause yourself a mischief in the back of the van with your belt. So why do these kids have phones in the back of the police van? I think that says more about the police possibly not doing their job properly. I'm not sure. Community guidelines and safety. Who cares?
shot of them being interviewed by detectives.
When you start to see criminals being able to use phones in the back of police vans within the courts or other places that can promote what's happening in their crime, it's emphasising the fact as a reward.
I don't like that form of machismo. It's cowardly. It's pathetic. It's disgraceful.
Nearly 4 decades ago, Phil Cleary's sister Vicky was murdered. Since then, he has campaigned to stop violence against women and focus on rehabilitating youth offenders.
If a story bobs up about a group of men with machetes invading a house, it triggers me. There are probably more.
Oh, good Lord. I never thought about that. The machete bins could be triggering, just sitting there on the pavement in its $325,000 glory. Could be triggering as well. I'm sure it is. I'm taking the piss. Poor love, but still. I just had to add that. Sorry, I interrupted.
Kids appearing to look dislocated, disengaged. Social media is becoming a scourge.
As the government hopes to crack down on the brazen behaviours.
The behaviour that we've seen with post and boast is absolutely disgusting, and I think, quite rightly, Victorians are outraged by it.
The Allan government's post and boast laws will be debated in the upper house in the coming weeks, but some warn punitive measures won't be enough, urging more to be done to turn young people away from crime.
Get serious about community strategies. Fund a couple of pilot projects in every community. that is an attempt to engage young people, especially young men.
Jack Perry, 10 News.
I think the gentleman there does have a good point. You know, you need to engage young men. I mean, uh, certainly Michael Gray Griffith has spent a lot of time talking about men, masculinity, young men, all those sorts of things. Great ideas. See, an ideas show. We're here today for ideas. The gentleman there, yes, I agree. And on the face of it, it sounds good, doesn't it? Yes, of course. We shouldn't be encouraging and uh, encouraging people, especially our young people, I don't care who it is, criminals, to post about their crimes online. Yes, okay, all right, okay. Yes, right. Bins probably are all empty, yes. Um, but again, this is a ruse. This is not what it's about, in my humble opinion. Not for a second. And why do I think that? Because we've had some rather wonderful politicians here in Western Australia, because just like during the COVID war, just remember it, I'm on YouTube. Anyway, um, with Dictator Dan and Mark McGowan in Western Australia, two of the roughest and toughest premiers during the spicy needle palaver. We now have the same situation here with this post and boast. So we've had Jacinta, as I put up on the stage just before, her post. As of yesterday, new, we've just passed laws to crack down on criminals posting and boasting about their crimes. We now have in Western Australia, and somebody said it just before, Rachel, lockstep with Western Australia. Well, no, surely not. You know, I know we kind of did a bit of a tag team during the spicy needle episode, but surely not with this post and boast situation. Oh, wait, what's this?
To stop people glorifying unlawful behaviour such as hooning.
But the bill before Parliament goes further and would criminalise social media posts considered to glorify offences like trespassing and taking part in an unlawful assembly. Environmentalists say it risks stifling political protests like those organised against the Row 8 project.
They take to the streets. They use social media as a way to have that conversation and to broadly engage people.
We want to make sure that Western Australia remains a place where you can voice your concerns, where you can protest, where you can express your freedom of speech. These laws are not about that.
UWA law professor Murray Wesson says while that might be the case, the bill could have a chilling effect on political speech and could even breach the Constitution because WA's proposed laws go further than other states.
None of them in any other Australian jurisdiction extend to unlawful assemblies or breaches of the peace. And so they don't have that same potential to capture protest activities involving political communication.
The bill looks almost certain to pass Parliament, with the opposition now pledging its support, but it might not happen anytime soon, with the Greens, opposition and crossbench looking to team up to send it off to a committee for review.
Because this legislation is proper scrutiny and some fundamental changes.
Debate on the bill is expected to begin tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like the Greens were supporting what happened yesterday, but folded. Why? Because they want particular things. They know Labor will give it to them if they say they're not going to toe the Labor line, and so then they get what they want, and then they go along with Labor. You can bet your bottom dollar the Greens will do the same here. So yes, it sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Sounds like a great idea. Don't post your criminal activity online. We shouldn't be glorifying it. Teenagers, shouldn't be watching it and glorifying their friends' abhorrent behaviour. Yes, okay, fair enough. But we know they co-opt these things, and it's an absolute ruse where they use it, and like we fear here in Western Australia, it will be to suppress political speech, protest, lawful assembly, all those sorts of things. So, again, these people think we're stupid, and unfortunately, with the history of Victoria and Western Australia, not only our politicians but the public, um, people bend over and they what? They take it. People bend over and they take it. So, it's all fantastic that we shouldn't be encouraging people to post their criminal behaviour online, but it won't be used just to stop people from doing such things. Now, while we're talking about that, I had the question throughout the show about public consultation, but the 2-day work week, consulting the public, great. Is Jacinta, with all of her wonderful ideas, consulting parents and caregivers about gender ideology being taught at schools? No, don't think so. Now we have this post and boast business with Victoria and Western Australia, and people potentially, I mean, in Western Australia, potentially facing 3 years jail. 3 years jail for posting and boasting about criminal behaviour. I have another question. Does that include the time during the Britney Spears era of corporate media showing footage, posting footage of people, could be criminals, don't know, probably not, people injecting other people with a third phase trial drug experiment without informed consent? Is that a crime? I'm not sure. Is it?
Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison rolled up his sleeve on Sunday to receive one of the first vaccines in the country. Earlier, he sat next to 84-year-old Jane Malishak, the first
Poor Jane.
Person among a handful of Australians being injected at a medical centre in Sydney. The two shared a funny moment as they attempted to hold up a V for vaccine hand gesture.
So from tomorrow, tens of thousands of Australians over the course of the next...
Yep, no, can't bear any more of that. Poor, what was it, Jane? She's going to give us the, yep, two fingers up, love. Oh, can we get the two? There we go. There he is. Oh, good, good, good. That's another question I have for this post and boast. When we've got corporate media hosting, reporting, showing, informing, disseminating potential criminal behaviour, isn't it a crime not to get informed consent from people undergoing medical treatment? It's probably a different kettle of fish, though, when we're talking about parliamentarians making laws and legislation like post and boast to stop people glorifying youth crime. Because the medical professionals and the politicians surely wouldn't post and boast about their criminal activities online, would they? No. But I'm there with, is it Jane there with the two fingers? Jane there with the two fingers. Love that, Jane. I'll have to get a screenshot of that. Very nice. Well, I don't know. Maybe Jacinta might have something to say about my two questions there.
Right? It's just bullshit, right?
Thanks, Jacinta. So there we go, everybody. Jacinta has been very busy this week, consulting with the public, spending all your cash on amnesty bins, doing videos with strange music, because she cares that you can work from home, making sure that our educators are well educated on how to punish your children for using the wrong language for not affirming another 5-year-old's gender in classroom. And making sure that they stop glorifying criminal behaviour by introducing post and boast legislation. Community guideline standards, everybody. Not censorship. Just reminding myself to watch what I say because we're on PooTube. Right, everybody. Now, it is Friday, so I thought we've got to end the show with a bit of a jolly public service announcement. People of power, yes, Jacinta is right. It's all bullshit that comes out of somebody else's mouth who also happens to be called Jacinta. Oh dear, it certainly is one big circus. Hello, Janine. Haven't seen you here for a while. Nice. Oh, is it beer o'clock where you are? It's not beer o'clock here yet. Not yet. Not yet. Mass grooming program? Yes, it's like going to a spa for your pet. You know, they take them all in the morning. Yeah, all right. You know, come and pick up Fluffy at 4 p.m. We'll have a, shampoo and a shine. Cut his nails and come pick him up at 4. Yeah, yeah. That's what they're doing with our children. Yes. Before we get to our community service announcement to end the show, today is the last day to enter my giveaway on my fascist book page to win a black sheep badge. This one has astounded me. The amount of entries. I think we're nearing on 200 entries. There is a photo there of our Prime Minister, Mr. Anthony Albanese. And to enter the competition, all you have to do is caption the photo, and there's a tip there. Swear words might make you grin, but won't be helpful for a win, something like that, because we want to try and keep it family friendly. But yeah, nearly 200 entries so far. So I think we might have to have a few black sheep badges, black sheep badge winners, and I also have some new badges. So maybe because there's just been so many entries, we might have to have numerous winners. So go along to my fashion page, scroll down a little bit, you'll see the picture of Anthony Albanese. Enter, and I'll be drawing the winners later on tonight. Yes, that's the one, Rachel. Nothing more Australian than a meat pie, especially when the Australian public is accusing Anthony Albanese of caring more about immigrants, possibly, maybe, than Australians, seeing as though we've got so many Australians homeless or working poor or living in their car or living with their friends, all those sorts of things. But, I'm sure he's just enjoying a spot of lunch with a meat pie. Nina, did you see Mrs. Ed Chippy Napkins and Bloomers have refused to appear at the public questioning for the New Zealand Royal Commission? Yes, shame on all of them. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. I should get my bell. I've got a bell. Should ring. Shame. Ding dong, ding dong. Shame. Absolutely. All right, should we get on with our public service announcement for today? So this is a community pharmacy program. Of course, it's from none other than Jacinta Allan, because remember, she's full of ideas. There's a bit of a problem in Australia. You can't advertise directly to the public if you are Big Pharma, right? For anybody that's spent any time in America or New Zealand, Big Pharma can advertise directly to the public on TV. Well, they can't do that in Australia. Can't do that in Australia because it's illegal. So what do we have in replace of that? I'll take down the banner because we've got to enjoy the full glory of Jacinta. What do we have to get around that? Because it's illegal. Can't do it in Australia. What do we have to get around it? We've got Miss Jacinta Allan, Premier of Victoria, doing a public service announcement of a community pharmacy program. So it's illegal to advertise directly to the public. How are we going to do it? Just get the Premier in to talk about it and say it's a community pharmacy program, everybody. Here we go.
Program has helped thousands of Victorians get access to great quality healthcare. You can pop down to your local chemist and get a resupply of your contraceptive pill, treatment for uncomplicated UTIs, or maybe a travel vaccine if you're going on a holiday. This is all about providing great quality healthcare close to where you live, and also access to this care should be free and accessible for everyone across our community.
Right?
Sorry?
It's just bullshit, right?
Yeah, so there we go, everybody. You can't advertise
helped
directly
thousands
to the
of Victorians.
public. So what are we going to do? We're going to get the Premier on, get her in the local chemist, get her to talk about the community pharmacy program. You know, just a casual conversation, a short form video from a Premier about contraceptive pills, UTIs, and what? Travel vaccines, everybody. So there we go. Community service announcement brought to you by the Premier of Victoria, Ms. Jacinta Allan. Big Pharma can't do it because it's illegal. Just roll Jacinta out. Just roll Jacinta out. It's amazing what these people get away with, isn't it? I tell you what, nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore. Yes, well, I would say that's advertising. No, it's a community service announcement. It's a community pharmacy program. And that video was on the 9th of August from Jacinta's X page. Jacinta's X page, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. I do enjoy hers. Unlike our communications minister, Miss Annika Wells, who hasn't posted on X, if I'm not mistaken, since 2023. She's been told, finger wagging. No, you can't post on X. No, no. But Jacinta, yes, she's all over X, all over X. She's pretty brave. She leaves the comment section open. I don't know if I've come across any of her posts where the comment section's closed, but anyway, it's always very entertaining. So, everybody, get on down to your pharmacy, go and get your contraceptive pills, treatment for a UTI, and don't forget your travel vaccine. No? There we go, everyone. Fantastic. Please, everybody, if your children are at school, go in there and talk to the teachers, principal, vice principal. Ask these questions. What are they doing? Even if you're outside Victoria, say, oh, this is happening in Victoria. What are you doing in this school? Are you doing anything at this school? Blah, blah, blah. We have to go and talk because they're rolling it in, as you can see. And as I said before, a lot of parents won't even know about it because they're just too busy. So if you are hearing this, you are a parent or you're a grandparent, an auntie, and you can have a hard conversation with that person, then they can go to the school. Please do it because our children are being subjected to ideological subversion, and it's our responsibility to speak and act for them. So please do so. People have power. Yeah. That's been up on the screen for a while. I hope everybody's had a chance to read People of Power's comment there. Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Should we hear one more time from Jacinta here?
Right?
Sorry? Do it again,
It's just
Justin.
bullshit, right?
Thanks, Jacinta. It was lovely to see you today. All righty, everybody. So, thank you so much for joining me today. Jacinta's had a busy week, hasn't she? She's had a really busy week. Yeah, but yeah, top of the pops is the Safe Schools program. Watch out, everybody. Okay. If you happen to see corporate media posting and boasting about criminal activity, um, is there a hotline we can call? You know, kind of like dob your neighbour in. You know, these conspiracy theorists. Dob in your local conspiracy theorists. Can we dob in the corporate media for posting and boasting about criminal behaviour? Is there a hotline for that? Okay. Have a great Friday. See you, everyone.
Strength of a woman